Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives will tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Mond dancing to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mond looks to throw on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chaz Surratt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. He don't know no better. Three.
On play action, Mariota in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chaz Surratt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So the punt goes for... ...56 with a decent return of 13.
46-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mon. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now Mon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Following the interception here, Mariota complete at the 1. Touchdown Raiders! Darren Waller, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And they go play action here. Mon. Under pressure is Mon, and he'll go down. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mon. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Play action now. Mariota. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Mariota. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown here in his first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
The 34-yard line.
Mon going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Off the play fake, Mon. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Carson. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
First down, Minnesota.
Mon now off of play action. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mon. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
44, 44, Mike, 44. We ain't giving up nothing today. 44 to 5.
Play fake. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call, the second half must send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mond. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Mond looks to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Brings up second and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They go play action. Mariota. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mariota on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Third and long here for Mariota. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him a gain of 37.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Mariota. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now Mariota. Jones has it.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
On the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
Under pressure, they got him again. That's Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now. That's complete. It's Cook. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Mond, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Throwing here, Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. And off we go from Las Vegas. On first down, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mond out of the shotgun. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mond. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Mond. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Mond looks to throw. And That's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Let him know, let him know. Slam, slam. You're mine. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, you don't want none. Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo. Let's go. 637. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. 44, Mike, 44. Check. 44.
Here's Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He'll drop to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Now back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he has the first down yardage before they bring it down right at the 45. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Jefferson the target. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll try the left side. Cook gets past one man. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Carr now on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. .150 left to go in the 2nd quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They go play action here. Mon steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 and the 44. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
They'll try the left side. It's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mon now off of play action. Out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Off the play fake, Mon. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Playing the wrong football. 44.
Throwing now is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr take it.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And this goes out wide for Drake. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. The left side completion to Jones. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10. And
this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
44 is the mic. 44.
Mariota now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Minnesota.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
44, Mike, 44. I don't think you got it.
Here's Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Throwing on second and long. Mond. Smith catches left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Mond going to throw it. That is caught by Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 10-yard line.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Mond looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talking about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
For Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mond out of the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now Mond. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mariota on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Mariota now. Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sideline.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Kendricks able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack on first down, Mariota, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 48 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play? Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead, and that's what he did.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
44, Mike.
Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
44 is the Mike. 44.
Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Any day. 44, Mike, 44.
Now Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progression?